I know this is a long shot, but I'd be very grateful.
You must be out your flaming mind, very grateful. I'm calling the coppers.
No, wait. I want you to take this. It's the £4 grand I took from you, plus another 1,000 by way of compensation.
Well, at least the ink's not come off on my fingers.
No, I assure you they are genuine.
Genuine? You don't know the meaning of the word genuine, you. I ought to lay you out all that trouble you've caused me.
Well, go ahead. It makes you feel better.
And don't think this changes anything. If you think you can buy me, you've got another thing coming.
Not for a moment. That's just what I owed you. And when I turn myself into the police later, I'm sure they'll extend the same courtesy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, call them then. I'm sure they'll be happy to send you a ride.
Yeah, I've got a few other calls to make first, you know. Really? Yeah, yours wasn't the only debt I owe around here. I just wish the others were simply a matter of money. Now, may I?
Yeah, go on. Get out. Swing your hook. Hey, I hope Audrey sets about you with a cutthroat razor.
Well, I hope Roy can get along without his kitchen sink.
Yes, well, one does not reach my age without acquiring a substantial wardrobe.
Well, you could have taken the clothes out before packing.
And what's the alternative? Give them away. I do not want some grubby-fingered scavenger picking over my cardigans in Oxfam.
Well, you're not going to need those in Palm Springs.
Yes, well, I don't want to be caught out by a cold spell. Besides, some of that knitwear is CNA's. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Right. Have you got your passports? All your documents?
Why not ask if I've got all my marbles and have done with it?
Haley was only trying to help.
Don't worry, Roy. I'll take good care of her.
Take good care. I'm not the school hamster. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Of that, I've no doubt.
Thanks a million, Roy. And I'm really sorry about the misunderstanding. But like Churchill said, you know, two nations separated by a common language.
I believe it was Shaw originally, but no hard feelings.
Touché. Oh, yeah, you, Haley, of course. Thanks so much for everything. Hope to see you stateside soon.
Oh, yes, perhaps.
Okay, I'll leave you guys to, you know, say your farewells.
Well, this is it. Thank you for putting a roof over my head. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, well, as was your industry in my cafe.
We've loved having you, Sylvia. And it's meant the world to Roy, hasn't it?
Well, I better be going. They say there's quite a queue at Ellis Island. Well, goodbye, Roy.
Yes, goodbye. I hope you have a safe journey.
Let us know you've arrived all right.
Yes, I will. Wagons roll.
Oh, sorry. We are closed now.
Hello again.
Well, busy at the bar, was it?
I won't even try to make excuses for earlier.
Oh, no, go on. God knows I could do with a laugh.
We were never short of those.
And you left the biggest one till last.
But I hated what I did. Almost as soon as I did it.
Well, it looked that way this morning. I mean, I assume I am talking to Lewis and not Hugh. Hugh? And you left us sat there like a pair of mugs.
Well, just seeing you out of the blue, it just threw me into a spin. You know, after I left, I often considered coming back to see you. But I feared the reception I might receive.
Yeah, and well, you might. Do you know, I went out on a limb for you, Lewis. Ignoring my family, my oldest friends. I trusted you.
Look, I never wanted to hurt you, Audrey. That's why I didn't take your money. That's why I didn't remain in the Caribbean. I needed you to know how I felt and to accept my most profound apologies.
All I know is that little window had a blue line in it, which means I'm pregnant.
Maybe, but not by me.
But if you're not the father, then it's the second coming. You must have it wrong about the vasectomy.
Trust me, it's the kind of experience you don't forget.
Well, it seemed to slip your mind when we were making plans for a family. What was going through your head? Were you laughing at me?
No. Broke my heart to lie. But I knew how much you wanted kids. I thought if I told you, you'd look elsewhere. Seems like you did, regardless.
How can you even entertain that thought? There's not a day gone past when I haven't told you that I love you.
I can only conclude talk's cheap.
Not as cheap as me, obviously. For your information, I have never strayed, and I never would. You were the one, Brian.
I'd love to believe that, but the evidence suggests otherwise.
Evidence? Oh, I wasn't aware I was on trial. Well, I have told the whole truth and nothing but, which is a sight more than can be said for you.
What exactly did you think you were doing, Lewis? When you kissed Deirdre? When you stole all that money? When this morning you left me stood in the pub like a fool?
I know this is a pathetic cliché, but I was scared of settling down and all that it implied, and stupidly I tried to burn my bridges.
Well, congratulations. You couldn't have done a better job. In fact, I'm surprised you didn't see the smoke from the Caribbean.
Well, all I could see was the emptiness of the life I'd chosen.
Well, I'm sure there was no shortage of rich widows to compensate. Easy pickings,
For heaven's
like me.
sake, Audrey. I'm not some sort of a serial con artist.
Oh, so you made an exception for me, Well, excuse me if I don't feel flattered.
Audrey, please.
Please? Please what? You're a liar and a criminal, Lewis. I mean, after what you did to me, and the Barlows, actually, there is absolutely nothing for you here.
I repaid Peter with interest, £5,000, all that I owed him.
No, all that you stole from him, you mean?
But I'm ready to take my due punishment.
What?
Look, I'm here because seeing your pain today brought home everything I'd done. And I wanted to tell you in person how I felt before handing myself over to the police.
Oh, really?
I'm serious, Audrey. And you can take me to the station if you like.
Yeah, all right, I will. I'd hate you to lose your way again.
Blimey, that hardly touched the sides. A man who drinks like that is either halfway through a Vindaloo or he's got troubles.
You see any poppadoms? You're a man of the world.
Well, I've not been anywhere else as far as I know.
Have you got 5 minutes?
Yeah.
She's still not replied to my text.
She's just trying to make you sweat. Don't rise to it, mate. Do the same again.
No. No, she was proper upset. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, Ty! Of all the girls in that bar, I had to pick Kirsty, didn't I? Worst 10 I've ever spent.
So I was grateful to her in the first place. Now she's carrying his kid. She's untouchable.
If that's love, you can keep it.
Trust me, it's not. And if you'd really been in love, you'd know that.
Hey, I know what it feels like to be in love.
What? When you're shaving?
You obviously don't know me as well as you think you do. Because if you did, you'd know that tonight is the night that Jason Grimshaw is back on the market. So, 4 Nordic cute ladies, no pushing and shoving at the back, you'll all get your chance.
Excuse me, it's my birthday night, not your relaunch night.
It's both. Do you know, I could do with a bit of velvet rope and a bit of carpet from standing while I'm waiting.
Oh.
Yeah, and you said I love myself. Hey, don't worry about it. I'll let you feed off the crumbs. All right.
It's a case of simple biology. I mean, you wouldn't pour a pint of best bitter if you disconnected the barrel.
Well, maybe it's not disconnected.
I didn't dream it. The day I got home from the op, I took a look downstairs, and it looked like Sylvester Stallone at the end of Rocky.
Well, I'm not denying you've had the snit, but I swear I've heard of cases where it's not worked.
Really? Well, I suppose if it was going to happen, it would happen to the more virile specimen.
Well, there you go. If I were you, mate, I'd have the doc give you the once-over and have a few tests before you ruin it with Julie for good.
He's about to give up on you.
Oh, sorry I'm late, love. I had to nip to the police station.
You reported Lewis. You've done the right thing, ma'am.
Well, I didn't just report him. I took him there.
What?
He pitched up at the salon.
You made a citizen's arrest. There's me thinking you go all soft on him. Good on you, ma'am.
No, I didn't have to arrest him. That's the point. It was his idea. I thought at first he was bluffing. He wouldn't go through with it, but he just handed himself in like that.
Well, I hope they throw away the key.
Oh, I wonder why he did that, though, Gail, eh? I mean, look, he got away. Maybe he's trying to make amends after all.
Give over, Mum. He thought he could sweet-talk you and he came unstuck. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
I can't believe you let her go like that.
What should I have done? Smothered her in kisses? Embraced her? I'm not the most tactile of people. She knows that.
Not talking about hugs and kisses. You should have told her what was in your heart.
Some things shouldn't require saying. I abhor the present obsession with articulating one's every emotion.
Roy, your mother was leaving and you thanked her for her industry. If you could have told her how you felt, she might not have gone.
She made her choice. If she wanted to stay, she would have stayed, but she didn't. There's an end of it. I need a fresh scourer. Excuse me.
It's quiet.
That's all right.
Yeah, but it's Friday night. It should be busier.
Well, money's tight these days, love. Anyway, it's still early. It'll liven up.
Do you know, I'd almost forgotten what it was like to come out for a quiet drink.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think we should tell him?
What? About Lewis? No way. Look, if a dog's snoring, let it lie. Anyway, I've had enough aggravation for one day, thank you.
I was hoping I might catch you here.
Why aren't you rotting in a cell?
I gave the police a full statement and... Oh, Deirdre, I've been meaning to...
Oh, pick your jaw up, pal. See? Told you it would liven up. That's naughty.
There you go, love. That should take the swelling down.
Thank you, very kind of you.
Too flaming kind.
I had that coming, Deirdre. I behaved abominably. I'm sorry.
Shut up. Just hearing you makes me flesh crawl. And as for you...
What?
They say there's no fool like an old fool, and they don't come much older, and they certainly don't come any dafter.
Hey, just a minute. This has got nothing to do with my mum.
Come on, Gail. I know your mother of old. Bit of honey from Loverboy here. I bet they were up her stairs 2 at a time.
How dare you? You couldn't be more wrong. And let me tell you, even if it were true, better a bed than a bookie's counter.
Deirdre, calm down, please. Are you happy now? As soon as I get home, I'm calling the police.
It won't be necessary. I already turned myself in and I've been released on bail. And I repaid Peter all the money I owed him. Stole from him.
And you think that wipes the slate clean? Stella, keep that ice tray filled up, will you? I'm not done yet.
I better be off.
That might be an idea, mate.
I'll be in touch with you.
Don't bother. She wants nothing more to do with you.
Great minds, eh? Looking like a bag of consolation with curry sauce.
My world has just been tipped on its axis. Do you really think that a bag of chips is going to set it right?
No, of course I don't. You know, it's probably not the best thing to be eating in your situation.
Well, what do you care? What do I care, come to that? Whatever I eat doesn't change the fact that the father of my child is a shameless liar who doesn't trust me any farther than he can throw me.
That's not true. I'm sorry about earlier. I was confused.
You seemed pretty clear-headed to me, and it all worked out.
I never believed you betrayed me. In my heart of hearts, I didn't believe it. There must be another explanation.
Like what?
Something medical. Apparently, vasectomies aren't always 100% effective.
Who told you that?
It doesn't matter. But we need to know for certain. If we're going to shift on, we can make the end of evening surgery. Shall we?
So is it definitely over between you and Rosie, then?
Yeah, well and truly. She rang me. Programme starts next week. Still mates, wish to luck.
If she wins, it'll be that bloke who needs some luck.
Nah, I'm not bitter, pal. The way I see it, I've been stood there necking pickled onions. Well, there's a whole buffet to go at.
I'd hardly compare Rosie to a pickled onion.
All right, a chicken leg. The point is, you can always get bored, doesn't matter how good they are.
Listen to you. Go back a week. You crying that much into your pint, you needed a spare glass.
Yeah, well, that was then and this is now. Done with all that sensitive new man crap. One thing I've learned, turn yourself into a doormat, women will wipe the feet all over you, usually on the way out. Yeah, that texted me 10 minutes ago. Come on, we're outside. If it's not there, we'll chase it up at the office.
Hello, I ain't finished. Great. And I reckon gallantry's dead.
So it's the three of you going tonight, then, is it?
Yep, got myself a couple of reminders. I feel like Beyonce.
Who invited Jason along?
I did, why?
Just wondered.
I know it gets boring behind the bar, Stella, but...
Look, I spoke to Tommy earlier. I think he was hoping it'd just be the two of you.
Why? He gets on with Jason.
He gets on better with you. Oh, he'd like to.
What?
Haven't you noticed? If he holds that candle much longer, he's going to run out of wick.
No, mates. That's all.
He wants more. That's what tonight was about. Until he invited Jason along.
Sup up? Taxi's here.
I took the liberty of ordering your G&T. No, don't worry. It's paid for.
Well, more than can be said for the one at lunchtime.
Hi, Audrey.
Oh, hi, Eva.
Is she the one you were waiting for?
Indeed she is. And may I congratulate you on the quality of your Manhattan.
Oh, Ta. Just follow the instructions, really.
I know you sell yourself short. You've got quite a talent. And a charming place.
Oh, thank you. It's my boyfriend.
Well, he's a lucky chap. Aren't you going to sit down, Audrey?
You don't change, do you? I mean, you are like an oil slick, except twice as lethal.
I've always had an easy manner. It's in my DNA. But of itself, it's harmless.
Oh, you reckon?
It's a gift I've used ill-advisedly at times, I know. But I've paid the penalty.
You think a fat lip makes up for all that?
No, 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 no. Charm brings temptation. Temptation ultimately cost me the best chance of happiness I've ever had. I bitterly regret the choice I made.
Yeah, well, so you should. If you'd been half the man I thought you were, Lewis, we could have had a wonderful life.
I can be that man, and we can still have that life. You must think about it sometimes.
Yes, of course I do. Must be kidding, though, if you think
No, I'm serious. I didn't just come here to apologize. I want more.
Oh, I knew you'd be after Summit.
No, hear me out. I didn't have to go to the police today, but I did. I put that noose around my neck because it was the only way of putting the past behind us. The only way I might eventually win you back.
So, yeah, there have been instances of recanalization.
What's that?
Well, as I'm sure you'll know, vasectomy essentially involves cutting a small tube.
So sorry. My manners. Would you care for one?
No. To be honest, I'd rather you ate them elsewhere.
Well, I don't want them going cold. I mean, they're never the same once they've been through the microwave.
So, you were saying about cutting a tube?
The vas deferens, yeah. Well, on rare occasions, spontaneous healing can occur, which reconnects that tube to a greater or lesser degree.
Are you saying I could be the dad?
Well, I don't know your personal situation, but medically, it's possible you could have fathered a child, yeah. But I must add, the vasectomy is a pretty reliable procedure. The chances of recanalization are 200 to 1.
Oh, we should put a bet on. Is there any way of knowing for certain?
Some of us already do.
We could arrange to do a test.
No. That won't be necessary. I've got the answer I want. And I couldn't be more satisfied.
Your tea's ready?
I should be up presently.
Well, what are you doing down here?
Well, I just thought I'd reorganise the rota in the wake of Mother's departure. She's not left as big a hole as I feared.
Hasn't she?
Hayley, what do you wish me to add? You want me to be someone I'm not?
Right, you feel things every bit as deeply as anybody I've ever met. More so. If you want to grieve, grieve. The door's locked. There's no harm in sharing your feelings. Like I say, had you done it earlier, it may have persuaded you to stay.
Equally, it might not have. I could have asked her not to go, but she might have gone nonetheless. At least this way I preserve the conceit that she might have stayed.
Oh, right. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yes, I'm coming! Sylvia!
No, it's the Tooth Fairy. Well, what are you waiting for, a communion wafer? Go and get me bags in.
What are you doing here? Where's Milton?
About 30,000 feet over the Atlantic, I would imagine. I'm surprised you can't hear them from here.
Hear who?
The rest of them. Have you ever been with a load of Americans? Oh, I'm surprised I've got tinnitus.
I don't understand.
Well, Milton was my Yankee Doodle dandy. He was a lovely man, in isolation, but as more and more of them surrounded us and it got louder and louder and louder, I tell you, they don't need telephones in America. They can go coast to coast from their bedroom windows.
So you elected not to go?
I couldn't wait to get out of there. I cannot be doing with people shouting at each other about faucets and closets and pants, not at my age. Right, who's putting the kettle on? I am in dire need of a decent cup of tea. Another reason for stopping here.
I'll, get these upstairs.
Do you know, I don't know what's in that drink, but if you seriously believe I'd even
Look,
consider...
I might have to serve time in prison. So you don't have to make a decision now.
Will you get him on?
I understand how you feel.
No. Honestly, Lewis, I don't think you do. You think you've put your head in a noose by going to the police station. That is nothing to what I'd be doing if I even considered getting back with you.
Look, I'm not going to give up, Audrey. The simple truth is, I love you. I always have. I want that future you dreamt up for us more than anything.
Julie.
Well, we'll see. Here's my number. You can call me. Night or day.
Don't hold your breath. You'll be wasting your time.
If you weren't sitting there without G&T, if you'd turn your back at me out there, I might have believed that. Not now.
What's he doing here? What the hell's going on, ma'am?
Nothing's going on.
Oh, there's his glass. His seat's still warm.
Are you spying on me or what, girl?
No! Came to get me tabard to stick it in the wash, and it's a good job I did. What are you playing at, ma'am? If you give that man the slightest bit of encouragement, he'll start pestering you, trying to wear you down.
Look, I made it perfectly clear to him that I am in no way interested, right?
We'd already done that in the pub.
No, you did that, Gail, and he's hear it from me.
Have you still got feelings for
So,
him?
Gail, I've told you. I've sent him packing, that's that. Done with, okay?
I'm very pleased to hear it. Go get me tabard.
What woman in her right mind would go out for a drink with you?
Coming from Cary Grant himself.
She must be after something.
Why don't you crawl back to the place you just came from and keep your nose out of my business, okay?
Who's the mysterious lady that's turned up wild at heart on its way next?